Hi guys, just want to start off today by thanking each and every single one of you for watching, liking and viewing my videos. The other day we hit 250 subscribers. My mind is blown. Really, thank you guys so much. I couldn't do it without your help from watching, liking, commenting and sharing the videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you. So you're back with me, Justin, at The Bit of Truth for a Sunday. We've got a whole range of weird stories again today, so let's just jump into it. So I'm convinced that the government and the media are trying to create this divide and conquer between us. It's not going to work. We are too smart for that. Especially you lot, the truth seekers and the people that question the status quo. We've got a town in Wales who are questioning their status quo. A number of neighbours who are concerned about the influx of illegal immigrants into their area are now being accused of racism and have to defend themselves. With around just 300 of them living in the area, they plan to put another 200 asylum seekers into it. What could go wrong here? One of my favourite quotes from this article was by a resident, and he said, "You can't make a community vulnerable in order to help vulnerable people." That sums it up perfectly.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
And it's not just happening in Wales, it's happening all over the country, and not just with asylum seekers. Train stations are now coming with bilingual signage in London. I didn't realise that England had a second official language, which was Punjabi. What's going to be next?
Do I want to know?
We finally got a first look into the RAF base that is going to be housing the asylum seekers. It features a bunch of amenities, including the basketball court and a gym. What's made me laugh about this article is that in the picture showing the basketball court, the caption reads, "They will have basketball courts to use in their free time." Free time? Are you taking the piss? Is the free time when they're not selling drugs on street corners or touching up our women straight after landing on Dover Shore, assisted by our RNLI taxi boat service? Free time.
What do you guys do for fun around here?
Anyway, why are people wanting to move here when we've got stories like this? Outside of Morrisons, a woman spots a man masturbating or shoving a banana up his chocolate starfish. I'm just wondering if he actually took the skin off the banana before he used it. What in the world is wrong with people? Next, we're going to hear that Morrisons refunded the man because he complained that the banana was mush from his tush.
The answer is hell no.
Oh yeah, now I remember why people want to come here. It's because they can get away with absolutely anything. Our judicial system is a joke. We've got a con woman who fleeced £10,000 out of an older man, and she's buzzing about her sentence. Well, this low-life loser who couldn't even use some of these stolen savings to finish her haircut was given a 14-month suspended sentence, but was allowed to walk straight out the front doors of the court as she'd already served 7 months of it on remand.
Why would we do that?
Again, the police, they're back at it. But today, the police aren't kidnapping or raping the members of the public. It's all in-house today. A Merseyside police officer was sacked after being convicted of stalking one of his fellow officers. It was so bad for this person that they actually had to move home in order to try and stop the stalking. He also had the audacity to complain and moan on his social media that the police force is a hostile work environment for males. No jail time here either. What a surprise.
No surprise here.
And more people getting away with it, as the shoppers were left terrified after a man bundles a screaming woman into the back of his van. So after chasing her around, her screaming for help, it turned out to be his girlfriend, but regardless of that, he was able to kidnap the woman and drive off, subsequently being arrested later that day. Guess what he got? 4 months. And this is the kicker. As he'd already spent 64 days on remand, he was released straight away. I think it's time for me to move back out of the UK.
Bullshit.
But there's a whole bunch of countries that I won't be going to because they're starting to piss off any tourist that comes there. It seems in Italy you can grope anyone at any time, for any reason, just as long as you do it for less than 10 seconds. Is it reassuring to know that Italy's judicial system is as fucked as ours?
What the fuck?
And don't bother going to Egypt now either, because if you do, and you want to take a trip to the beach and carry your wet underwear back in a plastic bag, you could end up with £1,000 fine.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's not much difference in Greece either. Especially ladies, if you wear high heels, or if you take pebbles from the beach, you could end up with a fine near £800 for this. Is there going to be police at the airport shaking out our shoes to make sure that some of the sand didn't fall in? Piss off.
Don't be a moron.
And now we go back to Turkey for some more shit surgeries. A woman in her 50s who is so obsessed with the suicide show Love Island flew off to Turkey to pay £5,000 for a terrible tit job. It was so bad it even turned her nipples black. And she even blacked out while back here in the UK, which led to ambulance services having to come to our rescue. We should be charging these idiots. We are paying for this. Paramedics should be attending to real emergencies, not you fainting because your terrible tit job went bad, you tit.
Yeah, Misty.
Here's a bit more of the divide and conquer, to piss off the public. Now we've got the government really pissing off the NHS. Welsh NHS staff who were overpaid thousands are now told that they have to pay it back. The total of all of the people put together is £186,000. Yet we're spending £7 million a day on people that came here illegally. They spend more in a weekend on that, on their ladies of the night and their fancy go-go powder. I am now convinced that the powers that be are trying to incite a division between the people, start an Armageddon and a civil war.
We're screwed.
In following on from NHS, let's have a look at some more body modifications. A body modification addict has removed the tip of his nose and his nipples in his latest extreme procedures. 3 things. 1, your nose looks like a vagina. Sorry, bonus hole. Just to get that out of the way. 2, where is matron with those pills? We've got a mental on aisle 5. And 3, where is the police? Why are they not arresting people for doing this to people? This man is clearly mentally unwell.
You're so fucked.
Speaking of more mentally unwell and body modifications, we've got a bloke who cut off his own todger and flushes it down the toilet because the voices in his head told him to. So this one is treated as a mental illness. But if you go see a doctor and tell them that you want to be called Miss or Ms or Mrs., they'll do it for you for free at the taxpayer expense. Paid by us, the general public.
I have a doctor's appointment, I forgot.
And finally today, a woman ends up in A&E for forgetting to put on sun cream. Yes, this woman with a rather terrible back tattoo, which I'm sure matches the live, love, laugh signs decorated all over her house, used factor 50 sun cream and still got burnt by that big yellow ball of flames in the sky. She says that she thought she was being sensible by applying a higher factor, but didn't take into account that this meant that the cream wouldn't last longer to protect her. I hope you don't have kids.
You were literally too stupid to insult.
Right guys, that's it for a shitty Sunday of news. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you thought, and I'll see you back tomorrow for more.